So Florida, this is really interesting, and of course only in Florida, right? Although I don't know if Florida is the only state to have done this. But in Florida, the Republicans some years ago privatized their foster care system. So now the 19,000 children who are in foster care in Florida, every single one of them is making a buck for somebody. Now, there has been a slight downside to this. USA Today recently revealed a cache of documents obtained as part of an ongoing investigation into the failures of Florida to keep children safe. This is what the report said, quote, "None of these cases would have been counted in what Florida publicly reports each year about the number of serious abuse, neglect, and abandonment allegations in its foster care system." Now, let me explain what that means. Florida is saying we no longer have to report how many kids are abused by foster parents or tortured or raped or sold or pimped out or whatever, and all those things happen. We no longer have to report this because we don't run the system anymore. We got these private vendors who do it. And so we're no longer telling you. Apparently the same, this article, Florida isn't the only state. Oklahoma just passed the strictest abortion ban in the country. Meanwhile, a study published in 2017 revealed that Oklahoma is the worst state for abuse and neglect for children in foster care. Oklahoma has 34 more abuse cases, this is 2 years ago, had 34 more abuse cases than California. California has 10 times the population. So bottom line, Florida, I mean, this kind of all goes back to when Amy Coney Barrett, the woman who called herself a handmaid, really in this cult that she's a part of, this religious cult that she was raised in, they literally refer to the women as handmaids. So Amy Coney Barrett used to refer to herself as a handmaid. And when she was being questioned by the Senate Judiciary Committee, she was asked whether banning abortion, this was a Republican asking her, who basically said, words to the effect of, banning abortion wouldn't be such a bad thing because women can just drop the baby off at their local fire station, can't they? And they'll be adopted. I mean, we can set up programs like this. Any state can do this. And her response was words to the effect of, yeah, I'm with you. And, in the abstract, I suppose that sounds fine, but what's going to happen to every state in the union's foster care system if suddenly their caseload is increased by 10 or 20% because now more children are being born? Well, I can tell you what will happen in Florida. The private corporations that are running their foster care system are going to make more money. Florida has figured out how to make a buck on banning abortion. It's just that simple. It's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it, but it is just that simple. The numbers, by the way, in Oklahoma average out to about 3 cases of abuse, neglect, or molestation a week. The United States ranks the worst in the industrialized world for infant mortality. Each year, this is from this 2018 study, each year more than 50,000 women in America are severely injured giving birth. About 700 mothers die. Half of those deaths could be prevented and half of the injuries could be reduced or eliminated. How? With a national health care system so everybody has access to good health care when they're pregnant. We don't have that because Republicans don't really care about children, unborn or otherwise. They care about keeping women under their thumbs. The United States is the worst place in the developed world for infant and childhood mortality, period. We rank 33 out of 36 for infant mortality specifically, right there with Turkey, Chile, and Mexico. Mississippi is worse than any of those 3 countries. It is the most dangerous place for infants in the developed world and the developing world. And by the way, it was the state of Mississippi that brought this case to the Supreme Court that Alito just did this decision on. The worst place in the world for infant mortality in the developed world, including developing countries like Mexico and Chile and Turkey, that state was the one that said, yeah, we want to outlaw abortion.